It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Bulls in Chicago. For Chicago, they're in the midst of a 3-game losing streak, hoping to break out with a win tonight. We'll see if they can shake off the cobwebs. In tonight's game, Carmelo Anthony, one of the top scorers in the history of the NBA.
History?
Yeah.
Wow, that's right. That's right.
Deep into his 30s now. Mm-hmm. And for him, Kenny, it's become about trying to win an NBA title.
Yeah, because he's got the gold medals, he's got the double-digit All-Star appearances, and a scoring title. But what he has not attained is the ultimate goal of getting the ring.
You know, he's put up some Hall of Fame numbers, and at this point, he just wants to win.
I agree.
Yeah. And what are his chances?
Doesn't matter because he'll never surpass us. We have 6 rings up here, Ernie.
Wow.
4, 2, and 0. That's 6.
You have such a great way of putting things.
Yeah, you didn't have to call Ernest out.
I didn't call him out. I just said we as a team have 6 rings.
That's true.
Yeah, well, you don't have to. You don't have to say 4, 2, and 0.
Okay.
You just say we have 6 rings up here at this desk.
We have 6 rings.
6 rings at this
2
desk.
over here.
4 over there.
0. But it makes 6.
We're still champions, Ernie.
My self-esteem is taking a beating today.
That's all right.
We used to
Taking a beating.
We used to get Emmys until
Taking a beating.
But Emmys.
No.
Emmys counts as rings.
We used to get a lot of Emmys until.
Oh, that's how to go.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. We're broadcasting from Chicago as the Bulls get ready to take the hardwood here at the United Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Today's game marks the continuation of Houston's road schedule. A great start to the season for them, notching 3 wins to tip it off.
Yeah, this is a great team, and I wouldn't put it past them to continue to play at a very high level. I mean, that's the makeup of the squad. You know, they've got great character, tremendous talent, and obviously very well coached. They very well could continue to play this kind of basketball throughout the course of the season.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was the architect of the 7 seconds or less offense in Phoenix. But he says we should have been more aggressive. We kept asking, is it too many threes? Now, there's no such thing. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. Well, we see a lot of rookies getting their first taste, Clark, of NBA action. What was the hardest part for you transitioning from the Big Ten to the NBA?
I think the speed of the game, the number of possessions, again, with the 24-second clock, going back to the 80s, there was no shot clock in college basketball. So you could drag it out and play walk-it-up basketball. In the NBA, you got to turn that thing over every 24 seconds. And that speed and those number of possessions, a lot to adjust to. And then everybody's strength and talent. That, too, was eye-opening and exciting, too, because I had realized the dream to be out there with those guys.
And smarter players, too, on that pro level.
Yeah, they know their stuff. I like to say when you get to the NBA, you're a PhD in hoops.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Rockets. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Melo and Tucker are the forwards. And it's Capella in at the center. Now here's Paul. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Deep 2 from Anthony, and that's good for 2. Anthony's got his team on the board to start the game for the Rockets.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Lopez passes to Parker. Here's the pass to Valentine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. The rebound by Harden. And here are the Rockets now. Releases. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Harden is as steady as falling rain. I mean, so consistent. Beautiful shooting form, a brilliant scorer.
Now, here's Dunn. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Parker up top. Capella covering. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And you've got to root for Jabari Parker, the second overall pick, Clark, back in 2014 out of Duke, but 2 separate tears of his left ACL have held him back.
Yeah, the injuries have certainly derailed his ascension, but the talent level is obvious, Kevin. I mean, this team won 4 state titles in Illinois at Simeon High School. That's actually the same school that produced Derrick Rose, and I think if he can stay healthy, he's clearly all-star capable.
Free throw good by Parker.
The exceptional Parker will only continue to get better over time. I mean, he has tremendous drive to be one of the all-time greats.
And Parker drops them both. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against Brooklyn. Harden kicks to Anthony. Pass to Capella. Here's Harden on the wing. Guarded by Levine. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's foul number 2 for him. Justin Holiday's checked in for the Bulls.
Justin Holiday.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Anthony looking it over. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Valentine grabs the board. Taken away by Anthony. Paul with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Such a wide open look. Harden's got his second bucket tonight.
You know, the confidence Harden has in his three-point shot, especially that step back that he shoots, is just mind-boggling. He loves letting it fly from deep.
Now here's Parker. He's coming off a 40-point game against Indiana.
And, you know, Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And it's 8 points for James Harden. And here are the Bulls now, trailing here by 8. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, you're just not going to win many committing turnovers at the rate they did. That was just outrageous.
Yeah, carelessness. That's what it was. I mean, slinging all kind of risky passes and dribbling with no purpose. I call that treadmill dribbling. You're moving but not going anywhere. You can't win that way.
And another 3 for Houston.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And, you know, P.J. Tucker drafted back in 2006. Wow, that's a dozen years ago already. But, you know, he spent a handful of seasons in Europe early on refining his game. A good move for him. Came back with a three-point shot that's become the foundation of his offensive arsenal.
Parker outside, sinks the triple. Parker's got 5 points so far.
And how about the focus of Parker? I mean, the defense tossing everything his way, and he still knocks it down.
Here's Harden. Got it. Good job in the low post. And P.J. Tucker, a 6'6" player, a combo forward, really versatile.
You know, in some ways that used to be a backhanded compliment, but his combination of strength and quickness and his rebounding ability. I mean, this guy is tenacious at chasing down loose pumpkins and plays defensively either forward position quite strongly. So a lot of value from P.J. Tucker.
Justin Holiday, the older brother of Drew Holiday, stints in the G League and abroad, but Greg, he has solidified himself as an NBA player.
Yeah, standing at 6'7" with that 7-foot wingspan. Every team in the league wants long, versatile wings with shooting, and this young man fits the bill.
That free throw good from Holiday.
Well, you know, one of the things about Mike D'Antoni is that he's an excellent offensive mind, but he gives his players so much confidence. His defensive reputation is not as strong, but with the Rockets last season, they actually were a lockdown team at times. D'Antoni answering those critics about not being a defensive-minded coach.
And so he makes both from the line. And D'Antoni back in the catbird seat after some difficult seasons with the Knicks and the Lakers.
Yeah, I love Mike D'Antoni. Love how he comments and interacts with the media and how he handles his team. He's got a team committed to shooting the long ball, and he gives his players a lot of freedom and confidence.
Bulls trail by 8. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Capella. Knight looking for an opening. Now Harden. A 20-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn.
And you know what? In that last game, he was also all over the place on defense, mucking up the passing lanes and getting all kinds of steals, too.
Levine kicks to Parker. Passes to Lopez. And the dunk by Parker.
And when and if you allow Parker to get to the basket, I mean, you risk seeing him punch it right in your mug. I mean, his athletic ability is deceptive, but it's real.
Now here's Harden. He's got 13. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And, you know, this quarter has been all him, all about him. They're getting it to him in his spots, and he's taking over.
And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. One of those ongoing discussions about adding a fourth referee, Clark. Would that help us, you think, call the game more accurately?
No, it would just crowd the court more.
Right.
I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? There's a human element to everything we do. Calls are going to be missed. We've grown and gotten better in highlighting different aspects of calls, being more transparent about it. The video replay, I think, has been more good than bad in the game. There are going to be mistakes. You make them, I make them, the referees make them, coaches make them, players make them. We can't totally eliminate the human element of the game. A fourth official would not add to the ability to get more calls right. They're getting 94, 95% of them right now. You think another official is going to move the needle? Come on.
Now here's Anthony. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. A nice shot by Tucker.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And Chicago has possession. The Rockets making the shot. Levine, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, big guards with exceptional athleticism, you see why it's so in vogue, so much the in thing now. Levine thrives in the painted area.
Here's Tucker, and that one drops. Tucker's got his second basket of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And P.J. Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's a guy, second-round pick back in 06, spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially defensively.
The Bulls making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Nene, he's checked in for Houston. Gordon comes in for P.J. Tucker. Anthony's shot is off.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Levine, good.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Now, here is Knight. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. From deep Harden. Here's Anthony. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Houston.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Carter, he's checked in for Justin Holiday.
One shot.
And you look at James Harden, Coach Mike D'Antoni, and the Rocket front office. It really does seem like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I think the alignment of the front office and coaching staff really in harmony. And a star in Harden who's the best in the world at delivering in that system. Chris Paul part of the mix too. That's a pretty good fit, it looks like to me. Nice to see how easy he takes over games. Makes it look elementary. I mean, that's why they feed him the rock so much.
Bulls shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
At the line for the Bulls. One shot.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw good, Levine.
You know what you like about Levine, he just keeps improving, keeps getting better, a little more strength and focus, and we're talking potentially an all-star.
Now, here is Knight. 8 points his last outing. They get it back, and Green gets it to go.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Levine can't hit. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Houston Rockets. They lead by 11. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Well, you know, they swept the season series a year ago. The expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around.
And the dunk by Parker.
Really like the chemistry and the connection Parker has with his teammates. He's really awesome at connecting and finishing on those lob passes.
Now here's Knight. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Anthony. No good with the wing jumper.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Valentine with it. He's against Gordon. And here is Knight. Nene finds Green. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Free throw good, Green. The position of power forward, Clark, that was your position. Did you ever think it would become a major weapon for stretching the floor as it is now?
No, I didn't see that evolution happening. I mean, again, at that time in the 80s, even into the 90s, you had the small forward and the power forward was more of an enforcer. I was actually kind of a hybrid at the time because I could deal inside effectively on the glass and because of my size and strength, but also could step out and put it on the floor and pass it a little bit. So, no, the evolution with the four-man in this day and age, I did not foresee that at all. Love what's happened with it, but it speaks, I think, to the athleticism and skill of these bigger guys now.
It does. Anthony, no one around. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone, really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here is Knight. No points in the game yet for him.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Here's Levine. The Rockets making the shot. Knight grabs the board. Green against Parker. Green passes to Gordon. Anthony in the corner. And it's off from three-point range.
And, you know, it hasn't been his night, but his team still leads, so that's encouraging.
And stolen by Knight. Carter against Gordon. Outside Knight. Clock at 6. Over Holiday. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Bulls trail by 16. Levine kicks to Carter.
Houston foul call. Brandon Knight. That's his first personal foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Wendell Carter. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Chicago making a switch here. Alicios checked in. And the Rockets making a change here as well. James Ennis, he'll check in for Gerald Green. And he makes both free throws. Rockets leading by 14. There's 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. The three from Anthony. Rebound by the Bulls.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
It's stolen by Anthony. And it's Gordon penetrating. The shot, no good. Good D by Holiday. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Houston.
Well, you look at Parker. He's big, he's physical, but he's also quick on the drive. Defenders don't know what to do when he puts the ball on the floor.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. And so he makes both from the line. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Gordon. Here's Anthony. Lays it up off the glass. Anthony's got 10.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And so it's the Houston Rockets, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. Their transition game has been in full effect. Right back after this break. Chris Ball talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position. You know, every night you look at the board, the coach is pretty much going to say, their team goes as such and such goes. You know what I mean? So that's the toughest part, and that's probably the funnest part, too, because it's competition.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, everything is sharp. I mean, nothing forced, precise passes, taking care of the ball. That's good stuff.
So on the floor for Houston, Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. Nene is out there with Anthony, and it's Ennis in at the 3. Chicago again turning it over. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston.
P.J. Tucker.
Rockets leading by 14. Took him no time at all on that one. Paul's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Rockets. Done outside. Back to Holiday. And it's done in the corner. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Dunn's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, this is something Dunn's trying to work on, firing off the catch, becoming more fluid and a little less robotic.
And it's Gordon penetrating, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Chicago with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. Clock at 4. There's Parker with the 3. The Bulls keep it alive. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's foul number 2 for him. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene.
In for the Rockets, Clint Capella.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Houston making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Here's Parker. He's got 11. Parker double-teamed. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Good on the three-point shot. Carter's got 5 points so far.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Dunn, and Dunn with the slam.
And a good nose for the ball, sniffing it out. Dunn picks it clean and heads the other way with it.
Hall finds Harden, and there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn, and that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Carter. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Ennis. Tight defense on him. Just 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot off. Paul for three. The shot misses. Dunn with some nice D. Bulls trail by 10. Here's Holiday. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Holiday's got his second basket. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Houston. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
I love that, Greg. You got to do that away from home. It shows how connected they are with one another playing that way, and excellent chemistry. That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second.
Timeout. And the 6'11" Clint Capella, just a phenomenal athlete. The mobility at that center spot is something really so crucial in today's game where every team is looking to expose big men on the perimeter.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And Capella grew up in Switzerland playing soccer, a striker. Part of why he's so quick on his feet.
I mean, reminiscent of another soccer-playing center in Rockets history, the great Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Capella, he's a long way from that, but anchoring a 60-win team at age 23, that's one heck of a start.
Harden, no good. Bulls trail by 10. Parker left side. Lopez outside. Back to Dunn. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Head coaches obviously get the attention in all sports, Clark, but the assistants also play very big roles. How do you build chemistry as a coaching staff?
I've never coached, but I've watched a lot of coaches. I think first and foremost, you appreciate your assistant coaches, and then you give them room to grow and develop as coaches. And you share with them the building of the team and the coaching of the team. And that, to me, I think, if you serve your assistant coaches as they're serving you, I think that's how you build the best chemistry.
And loyalty's got to be big among that group on that sideline, doesn't it? Loyal to each other.
Big time. Loyalty to one another, and then also a common focus on really serving the players to the best of their ability collectively.
Now, here's Dunn. Harden missing his last shot. Good work defensively by Paul. Harden right side. Over Valentine. Rockets working now with a fresh shot clock. Here's Tucker. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Goes back up. Lopez with the block. Now here's Valentine. Guarded by Harden. Pass to Felicio. Kicks it to Parker. Here's Felicio. Feeds it to Dunn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Paul. Almost, but it rolls out.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range. Extended out nicely and definitely bothered the shot.
Now Dunn. James Harden missing on the 3. Valentine wide open. He fires. That's in. Coming off an assist from Dunn.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
Dunn against Paul. Capella dishes to Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside, but he can't get it going here.
Now, here's Valentine. Guarded by Harden. Stolen by Harden. And Paul gets it to go in. And the Rockets lead by 6.
And Harden continues to work on his defense. It is a work in progress, but showing a bit of an edge on this end of the floor now. I like it.
Now here's Parker. 11 points in the game. And the pass to Dunn. The 3. Rockets with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home.
We talk about Harden's skill set, which is superb, but there's no quit in this guy. He's got a great competitive spirit. And even when you bang him and bump into him, He just muscles through that and says, play on.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Portis comes in for Felicio, and Levine subbed in for Parker. And a switch here also for Houston.
Mind the
Green's
lanes.
checked in.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
And James Harden taking home the MVP award in 2018, and Clark, well deserved.
It sure was, Kevin. A career mark in scoring a league-high 30 points a game. The first player ever to drop 60 points as part of a triple-double. It certainly was his year.
Now here's Levine. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
Houston leading by 9. Harden with it. 18 points for him. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And good that time. Valentine's got 5 points now this quarter.
Kevin, I like what Levine showed there, not getting so locked in to his own offense. Keeps his head up, finds the open man.
Now, here is Harden. No good off the front iron.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Now, here's Valentine. Tight defense on him. Lopez kicks to Portis. Back to Lopez. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Levine. The shot, no good. So Houston will take it the other way. The 3 from Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Levine passes to Lopez. And Levine, here we go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Lightning move off the dribble. No one can slide over in time. He beat the help. Results in Levine getting free throws.
Bulls have made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And, guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
First one falls for him. Anthony's checked in for the Rockets. Brandon Knight comes in for Chris Paul. That one is no good. As many expected him to, Carmelo Anthony choosing to opt into his contract, but his stay in Oklahoma City still came to an end.
You know, it was pretty clear that Melo and the team just didn't mesh. OKC made the choice to let him go and save on the luxury tax. Melo might not be worth max money anymore, but he could still be a factor with this team.
Here's Dunn. James Harden picking up that last basket. And Levine, here we go. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Clint Capella.
You know, battling inside, I like Levine's aggressive approach. Tough to match without fouling.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
And he makes the first. Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. Houston also making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. And so Levine nails both of them. Now Knight. Nene outside. He kicks to Carmelo. The three-pointer, no good.
I'm not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Now here's Valentine, defended by Gordon. Now here's Valentine. He's got 5. Shot clock at 5. Takes the 13-footer and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Valentine's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Knight against Dunn. Anthony down low. 10 points for him. Good work defensively by Carter. Here's Levine. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. 14 points for Zach Levine.
Boy, we're seeing what happens when Levine gets on this kind of a roll, and tonight he's been able to sustain it for a while.
Gordon finds Knight, shoots the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip, and the foul called on Brandon Knight. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Free throw good, Levine.
And you have to like the way he's attacking the defense, drawing fouls and getting himself chances at the line this quarter.
And so Levine nails both of them. And so Knight will bring it up for the Rockets. At one point, they led by 16. Pulls up on the elbow. And it's off the back rim. No good. And here are the Bulls now. Good momentum. 8 straight points. Dunn against Knight. Dunn shot's good.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot, and I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
Knight kicks to Anthony. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got 3 assists now in this one.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Now, here's Portis. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Dunn. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Anthony. Over Carter. That one wide left. Bulls trail by 4. And here is Dunn. Outside Levine. Drills the 3-pointer. Levine's got 10 points in the quarter.
And I tell you what, Levine has a nice stroke from distance. He's got excellent lift into his shot motion, and he's got that nice high arcing, soft, kind of butterfly touch.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Outside Green. Lobbed up there for Green, and Green slams it in.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
James Harden getting it done for Houston. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, what made the difference over the course of the first half to get that momentum change in your favor?
Well, we finally buckled down and started getting some stops. We've done a poor job making them feel us. We've got to make it more uncomfortable out there on the floor.
Defensive activity leads to offensive results. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? James Harden was the man in the first. He had 23 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
I love the motion on offense. Guys are moving, the ball is moving. It's a very nice approach to the game, and one the defense absolutely could not keep up with.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
His points production thus far, off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Levine and Valentine are the wingmen. Parker out there with Robin Lopez. And it's done in a point. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Levine, yep, that one goes. Levine's got the first field goal the second half for the Bulls.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now here's Levine. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
Harden against Levine. Pass to Valentine. Shot clock at 5. Unloads from 9. Parker's shot is off.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Yep, it counts.
Never easy trying to stop Capella. The closer he is to the basket, the more dangerous he becomes.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. It's a 1-point game. Passes it to Parker. Valentine kicks to Levine. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Capella. Green, the pass to Paul. That one drops for him. And now it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
Nice aggressive move by Paul. You know, for a little guy, he knows exactly how to finish inside. Very good at making it happen against bigger players.
Now here's Valentine. He's got 7. And Levine, here we go. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lets it go from 11, and it's Houston with another.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down to 3 points on the bucket from Parker.
And I like the energy, the effervescence that Parker plays with, not resting after receiving the pass, just going right up with it.
For the Rockets, P.J. Tucker comes in for Green, and it's James Ennison for Anthony.
James Ennis.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Chicago's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Parker dishes to Dunn, pass to Lopez. To the paint, here's Levine. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got rebound number 5 here tonight, and there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That's his third foul of the game. Chicago making a switch here. Holiday's checked in.
Justin Holiday.
Ball against Dunn. Shot from 12. The shot by Paul, no good.
Defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
You know, it's funny, guys. I'm still not sure that Chris Paul gets enough credit for just how special he is as a player. I'm not sure why that is. I mean, very few players in league history have been able to impact the game at both ends of the floor at his elite level.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here is Harden. The Bulls getting the bucket. Dishes it to Paul. They get a hand on it. Harden against Levine. 5 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Parker's got 7 rebounds in the game. And you look at Chris Paul's numbers, they stack up to any point guard that's ever played the game. Clark, what do you think is the most underrated part of Chris Paul's game?
Well, I would think it would be his defense and his perimeter shooting. I don't think he gets the credit for being the perimeter shooter he is, but defense would stand out to me.
Here's Dunn. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
The power of Chris Dunn makes this play happen. I mean, now he gets a chance to cap it off at the line.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big
One
for
shot,
them.
gentlemen.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
And that one misses.
Boy, I tell you what, Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. A stat sheet stuffer for sure. He scores it, he passes it well, and he also gets to the glass from his position.
Sinks the three-pointer. Tucker's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Dunn kicks to Lopez. Parker looking over the floor. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
It's stolen by Ennis. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Now, here's Dunn. He's got 12. 4 on the clock. That's a 2 from Parker. And the Bulls with another miss.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
Dunn kicks to Parker to halt the run. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
Well, he's definitely a work in progress when you look at Parker's game from behind the arc. But still, you've got to get a hand in his face from out there.
The pass to Ennis. Here's Paul, covered by Parker. Dunn against Paul, to the inside, and the dunk by Capella.
He's a high percentage scorer for a reason now. Capella, an alley-oop specialist.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Holiday, the pass to Dunn. The dish to Lopez. Stolen by Tucker. Here's Harden on the wing. Here's the three. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now a 5-point Rocket lead.
Oh, I tell you what, Clint Capella does a really good job of playing with such energy and effort, particularly on the glass, and because of that, he can hurt you on the boards.
Now, here's Dunn. He's got 12. The shot by Holiday, no good. Dunn against Paul. Kicks it to Tucker. No good from outside. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 5. Pass to Felicio. Down low. Just his first attempt. The shot's good from Lopez. Lopez has got his first bucket of the night. Rockets have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Some changes for Chicago. Carter, he's checked in for Lopez. Bobby Portis comes in for Felicio. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Justin Holiday. Houston also making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Gordon comes in for James Ennis. And it's Brandon Knight in for Paul. And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
First one falls for him.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, I tell you what, like how cool and collected he was getting the job done at the line in this one.
Bulls trail by 5. LaVine finds Portis. Back to LaVine. Parker, right side. Stolen by Gordon. One-on-one fast break. Out tonight. Passes it to Gordon. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
On defense, Chicago. It's a 5-point game. Here's Knight. And they pick up 2. Knight's got his second basket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Dunn kicks to Portis. Carter outside. No good from outside. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 15-5 run. He gets it in there. And it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Dunn against Knight. Tries it from 9. Out to the right wing. And a wide open look for Portis. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 4 assists in the game. Gordon, the pass to Harden. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Portis finds LaVine. Clock at 6. Dunn outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and tell you what, they got very lucky.
Here's Harden. Chicago grabs the miss. Dunn's got 5 rebounds tonight. Levine against Harden. Levine can't hit. Rockets leading by 6. In the corner, it's Gordon. Pass to Knight. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Dunn. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Portis. Here's Carter. It's good from about 19 feet. Carter's got 7 points in the game. Houston's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Knight kicks it to Tucker. Shoots it. A shot by Knight, no good. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Bulls. Trailing by 4. Got that one up quick. And that's now 20 points for Jabari Parker.
Well, I like the bounce, the elevation that Parker gives you on that mid-range jump shot. Defenses can't really get to it, and that's why he's so successful with it.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Carter with the block. Levine passes to Dunn for the tie. No good that time. Some solid defense from Knight. The 3 from Harden. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Houston on top, up by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Let's hear what Mike D'Antoni was going over with his team moments ago.
Rebounds and loose balls. We got to get them. We got to get them. Let's go. Let's go. Got to run a little bit more.
Greg, you can tell by his voice he wants his guys to give everything they've got right now.
No doubt, especially on the backboard. For them to secure this win, that needs to happen.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Taking a look at the Rockets, Gordon is at the 2 with Green playing the 3. Nene is out there with Anthony, and it's Harden in at the 1. Now here's Levine. Parker right side. At the teardrop. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Look at that soft touch from Parker on the floater. Oh, he's just so good at measuring those kinds of shots. And folks, that floater shot is one you got to have, but it's not easy to make.
Harden, that's good.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths. Can you believe it? I mean, not many guards can sail that high above the rim, and Levine makes it look easy.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing, defended by Portis. Off target on the 15-footer. Chicago's gone outside a lot tonight, 17 times in fact, 7 of 17. And there's the call on Nene. That is his first foul of the game. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Portis finds Levine. 6 on the shot clock, and there's the call on Nene. That's foul number 2 for him. And here are the Bulls now. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shot clock at 6. Here's Parker. Good again. He's on tonight, 9 for 13 shooting.
Man, I love watching Parker take control of the offense. A score from anywhere on the court, and somebody who possesses a lot of confidence, actually boatloads of it.
And the shot is good.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Levine deciding where to go with it. The feed to Carter. Over Anthony. Here's Portis. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Okay. Getting a little physical. I like that. I like that reference. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Donnie's checked in for Chicago. The Rockets also changing it up. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. And it's Paul in for James Harden. That free throw good from Eric Gordon. And Eric Gordon, Clark, such a terrific tag team partner for Paul and Harden on the perimeter.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, he provides spacing with the deep range he has. Very efficient shot, not much wasted motion. He can attack closeouts off the dribble, and he gets to that basket and finishes aggressively. His strength very much at work when he does his damage.
Now here's Green. He kicks it to Paul. Overdone. Another miss by Houston. 3-on-3. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 10 points here in the second half.
And this is a guy who really flies up the court. Tough to shadow Levine in transition.
The pass to Paul. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, and no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Now, here's Portis. He dishes it to Levine over Gordon, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
The Rockets trail. Here's Paul. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Greg, another free agent this past summer was Chris Paul. Many unsure of what his plans might be, but he made them very clear in a hurry.
Paul signing very early in free agency with the Rockets. Huge 4-year deal worth $160 million. Rockets are in win-now mode, and we're willing to commit the money to Paul to give them a shot at winning a title in the next few seasons.
And that one falls for Paul.
You know, here's a factoid you might not know about Chris Paul. Basketball is not his only sport. He's an amazing bowler, too. Now, I'm not sure if you call that a sport as much as you call it a skilled activity, but he's good at it.
And the Bulls making a change here. Lopez is checked in, and a switch here also for Houston. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Gerald Green. The Bulls have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Levine kicks to Lopez. And Levine, here we go. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Slick move that time by Levine. Does a nice job selling the foul, and he's an excellent free throw shooter.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Paul against Dunn. Paul passes to Anthony. Over Dunn. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Paul. 17 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
It's stolen by Capella. They push it up 4-on-3. Here's Tucker. No good on the shot, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Dunn outside. Pass to Portis. Dishes it to Levine. 5 on the clock. Offline with his 3.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Anthony finds Capella. Shoots. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Rockets lead by 4.
Boy, if you don't block out Clint Capella, the putback throwdown is exactly what you get.
Outside Portis. Pass to Levine. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Eric Gordon.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first.
And with as often as he's gotten himself to the line, it would be a big help if he could keep knocking him down like that.
Good on the second free throw. Paul with the ball. Outside Anthony. Capella. It's good on the putback.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Now here's Portis. Outside Levine. With the teardrop, and the rebound goes to the Rockets. Up top, Tucker. Over Valentine. A nice shot by Tucker. Now it's a 7-point Houston lead.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Levine. And so Levine nails both of them. Rockets leading by 5. Paul looking over the floor. The teardrop falls in.
Timeout.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Fred Hoiberg was talking with his team during the break. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Capella and the dunk by Capella.
Hey, he's not going to mess that one up. Capella, when he's that close, count it.
Bulls trail by 9. Dunn kicks to Portis. Pass to Valentine. Five to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Here's Dunn. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. To the middle. Here's Tucker. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Done with it. Chris Paul covering. Portis against Anthony. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And that's now 7 points for Bobby Portis. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Rockets. They have a 9-point lead. Looking to get it going. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Dunn looking over the floor. Outside Portis. Peen passes to Portis. Lopez outside. Here's Valentine, and he converts the layup.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Paul outside. Overdone, and it's Houston with another.
Anthony, a perennial all-star talent, specifically because of that scoring ability, one of the best in the business.
Now here's Levine. Kicks it to Dunn. The 10-footer. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Levine against Gordon. The pass to Paul. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Anthony finds Gordon. A floater. Valentine grabs the board. Bulls trail by 11. On the wing, Levine. Bucket is good. Levine's got 12 points now in the quarter.
You know what you get there? Levine strong enough now to take on contact. Able to complete the play.
Paul with the buckets. And the Rockets lead by 11.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Houston.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well, a big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year. And when it's been a while since you've seen a team like this, it always feels good to take that first game of the season series. That's what they've done here tonight against the Bulls.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for James Harden.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
14 feet away and misses it off the right side of the rim. Now the Rockets with it. At one point, they led by 16. And the basket by Gordon.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
And, Greg, you know how hard it is to win on the road, but they seem to have this one firmly in control and have been very impressive today.
Now Paul. So we see Houston taking the W here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with James Harden. James, what is it like when you're playing a team that's struggling and you have to keep focused to keep them down?
You know what? We look at the bigger picture, and we have one goal at the end of the season, that's to be champion. And so we can't play down to the level of our competition. You know, we got to go out there every single night and, be on the same page and try to give 100% effort.
It's been a success so far, James. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.